Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
1 week from today, the New York Jets have their first practice of the 2024 season. Will Haason Reddick be a part of that practice? That and much more is what we will be discussing in today's Jake Asman Show. Plus, an exciting announcement that we will make. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Here's the exciting announcement. Football is almost back. I kid. There's actually a real announcement, but that does excite me. I won't lie. 1 week from right now, Jets are on the practice field for the first time in 2024. We are launching the Jake Asman Show merch store 6 days from right now. Tuesday, in honor of the Jets reporting to training camp, the Jake Asman merch store will be live at jakeasman.com/shop, jakeasman.com/shop. Over the last few days, I've been teasing items in that store. How about some hoodies in the black, white, or green? You see the two up there on the screen that I'm showcasing. We will have them in Asmaniac or Jake Asman Show version. So we're going to offer hoodies. We're going to offer hats, shirts, a lot of different items, polos, and a bunch of great things that the Asmaniacs have requested. It launches on Tuesday, jakeasman.com/shop for all the information. Now, if you are a Patreon user, you get to enjoy the Jake Asman shop starting this Saturday, and you get a discount on all the items. So first come, first serve. If you're on Patreon, you get a chance to get your Asmaniac or Jake Asman Show gear before the general public. So this Saturday, it launches for you exclusively if you're on Patreon, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. You'll get a password that allows you to sign in to the merch store, view all the items, and then enter a promo code I will dish out to get discounted rates on everything in the store. It's my way of saying thank you for your support and allowing me to do this full time. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Huge shout out to Carly, who has been instrumental in putting this together. She's got tremendous skills with this stuff, and she has made it really easy for this to really unfold and get put together. So shout out to Carly, a member of the 4%, for helping us put this merch store in action here. Can't wait. So get ready, people. And if you're on Patreon, enjoy. If you're not on Patreon, well, sign up, baby. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. All right, let's get into the Haason Reddick situation. We got to give some love to Boy Green for providing this commentary here. So Paul called in to the Rich Eisen show yesterday. Rich Eisen was off. Tom Pelissero, NFL insider for NFL Network, was the guest host. He's also a friend of this show. And Paul asked him for the latest on Haason Reddick. Take a listen.
Paul in Syracuse, New York, has been holding with us for like over an hour here. Paul, it's Tom Pelissero. What's going on?
Tommy P. Well, yeah, I guess my question here, Tommy P., is on the Haason Reddick New York Jets situation. Not a lot of people are talking about it. What's happening? Is he getting a contract extension? Is he getting some sort of a sweetener deal? What's happening with Haason Reddick and the New York Jets?
It's a good question, Paul. Thanks very much for the call. They've got a few more days here, a week or so before the Jets report to training camp. So we'll see how this plays out. I mean, there's not a lot of situations like this where a team trades for a player who, for the Eagles, this was a salary dump. They needed to get the number off their books because they were going to go out and make other moves, like signing Bryce Huff away from the New York Jets. And so Reddick was moving on because of where his number was. The Jets, it sounds like, believed he was going to come in and play on that deal. Obviously, Haason Reddick has other ideas. And so a player who has not played a single snap for the team held out from minicamp and ate $100,000 in fines. And if he starts missing days in training camp, the fines increase substantially thereafter. So where does this all land? I don't 100% know at this point. It's hard to imagine Haason Reddick is not playing with the Jets in September. Is he practicing with the Jets around, let's say July 24th? Maybe not. We'll see. The history of his agent is not having players hold out. There certainly have been some hold-ins. But, again, everybody's got to make their own decisions on that. And this is definitely a different type of situation that the Jets were not really anticipating.
So I found a lot of that to be interesting information. Basically, I think it's true that when the Jets acquired Reddick, they had the understanding he was going to play on his current deal. So if you're the Jets, do you play hardball and say, look, you made it clear to us you were fine with your deal for the year. We're not giving you extra money. Or do you reach out to Haason Reddick and you say, what will it take to get you into camp? Because we're not giving you a multi-year extension, but what can we do with your current contract to get you into camp on time where you're happy, ready to roll? Those are really the options, because I don't see the Jets giving him a big-time extension. I think they want him to play on the contract year, right? I think they want him to be extremely motivated and play with this contract kind of hanging over him, where if he balls out, he gets paid, because that's good for everyone. I think that's the Jets' focus. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what did we really learn in that insider report? Because we knew that. I think it's interesting that Pelissero mentions there that his agent, Reddick's agent, is not known to be a guy where his players he represents hold out. So I did some digging on this. I texted some people who would know. And this is the feedback I got. That's true. And then I asked, okay, Tory Dandy is the guy's name. Maybe make sure it's Tony, or hold on. Haason Reddick agent here. I want to make sure we get the guy's name. It's Tory Dandy. That's his agent. All right. Tory Dandy, CAA. CAA has a lot of clients. CAA also represents Joe Douglas, for reference. So I asked around, okay, who does this particular agent represent, to see if there's maybe some crossover or any examples we could point to of something similar with Reddick. And the answer I got was CeeDee Lamb, Denzel Ward, A.J. Brown, and Deebo Samuel. Now, if you remember, Deebo Samuel eventually got paid after he wanted out. They came to terms on a deal. He didn't miss any time. A.J. Brown got paid. Denzel Ward got paid. Now, the first name I said, CeeDee Lamb, that's interesting because he wants a new deal as well. He didn't show up to any of the offseason stuff. He didn't show up to minicamp, just like Reddick didn't either. So what happens there? Now, you could say, well, one player has nothing to do with the other, and that might be true, but it is an interesting reference point. Also, the part where Tom brings up the fines, I think, is notable. The new CBA makes it very hard to hold out. Could Reddick stage a hold-in where, for those who don't know what that means, he shows up but says, my back hurts, I can't practice? Because you can't really test a back injury. You can't prove someone doesn't have pain in their back. So he doesn't get fined, but then he's not playing, and everyone knows why. Would he do that? I don't know. I still think when push comes to shove, Haason Reddick and the Jets will work something out with his contract where they put something in place, whether it's an incentive, guaranteeing more money, where he signs across the dotted line on some sort of rework deal, and he's ready to roll. I still think that's the end result here. You could say, well, the Jets should play hardball with him. They were under the impression that he was going to show up and play on his current deal. It's easy to say that, but if you're the Jets and you could find common ground where the player's happy and at the end of the day he still reports on time 6 days from right now, isn't that the best solution for all? Keep him locked in, keep him healthy. keep him focused, keep the good vibes rolling. Isn't that what you want? Doesn't that send the right message to the locker room? Your young players on this team see management try and do right by a guy when they don't necessarily have to, because they could play hardball. They could say, we're not giving you a new deal. We dare you to hold out. You won't, but what if he holds in? Do we really want another distraction when the Jets are already going to be a lightning rod for discussion this summer? I mean, ESPN can't help themselves spending another full day on Get Up breaking down Devontae Adams rumors that are not going to happen until, as we've discussed ad nauseum, way closer to the trade deadline. So any little thing, it's going to be magnified because it's the Jets. So if there's a way for you to do something here with Reddick, don't you want to do it? Right? Last year, the Chiefs eventually worked something out with Chris Jones. So we could say, don't do anything, play hardball. But I think from a message standpoint, when you're all in, if you could find some sort of common middle ground, I think that's the move. I think that's the right approach. I really do. Now, some other Jet news here. Aaron Wilson, my buddy down in Houston, who's as plugged in as anyone in NFL circles, he was the first to report that Malachi Corley has officially agreed to terms on his rookie contract. So the Jets' entire 2024 rookie draft class is signed, sealed, and delivered. So they will be ready to roll when the entire team reports next week. Now, rookies report a little bit earlier, which was why there was some urgency, I would say, to get this done with Corley. But they got it done. And I think that's a positive. Malachi Corley was the only Jets draft pick to not have signed his contract. He agreed to a $6.073 million deal that includes $1.23 million as a signing bonus. 4 years, $6.0735 million. Now you see why teams are always hunting for playmakers in the second, third, fourth round. That is an absolute steal if Malachi Corley is as good as a lot of people think he will be. Think about that. That is a steal, right? Tyreek Hill, I think, led the NFL in salary last year. He made $30 million. $30 million. Malachi Corley is signed for $6.73 million total. That is why the draft is so valuable. That is why when you do pay your superstars, you have to find value outside of the first round. Even first rounders, relative to the rest of the league, are cheap, right? If Sauce Gardner was a free agent right now, he'd be the highest paid corner in football. So that's why the Jets have to take advantage of this window that they have. And that's why I think if you could get something done with Reddick to keep him happy, keep him engaged, keep him motivated, I think you try and do that before you play absolute hardball. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. Shout out to Boyd Green again for calling in. Paul at Syracuse, call it in to the Rich Eisen show to get us that nugget from Tom Pelissero. We'll open it up on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Jet fans, your thoughts on Haason Reddick. Also, second announcement of today's show. We gave you the merch store announcement at the top. How about episode number 4 of the Best of the Jake Asman Show was released this morning for every Asmaniac on YouTube. So if you want to watch the recap of one of the most wild weeks of the history of the show, check that out. Shout out to Gator and Boomtown for being the architects. I guess that's a word for this. The executive producers, there's a term, behind this masterpiece. You will laugh. That is my promise to you. Shout out to those two and everyone out there who makes this show what it is. Check out episode 4. I promise you will love it. If you're not an Asmaniac yet, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the join button, or maybe someone will get you a channel membership. All right, let's open it up. Gusbuster Hotline, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Jetted out with a super chat for us. They finally signed Malachi Corley today. Now I see other moves being made, like getting Reddick taken care of, and I pray Justin Simmons somehow too. I would be very surprised if the Jets signed Justin Simmons. Very surprised. Do I think it would make sense if they did it? Yeah, obviously. Do I think they're going to spend that kind of money for a safety? No. But I will say this. The longer it goes on and he's available, that means his price is dropping. Do the Jets have a number where they would swim in the Justin Simmons number? Swim in the Justin Simmons waters? I happen to think no. But at what point is the value too good to pass up for a guy who's been an all-pro level player now for years and would really cap off this defense? These are the questions you wonder. Now, as far as other moves, look, Corley getting done just shows you deadline spur action, right? We understand how this works. Deadlines spur action. Jets rookies are about to report. Malachi Corley was unsigned. Jets got a deal done. 6 days from right now, Jets are on the field for their first practice. There's a deadline spur action for Haason Reddick. I would think it does. I would think it does. Rookies report tomorrow for the Jets. Veterans report on the 23rd, 6 days. Deadline spur actions. That's why I still think there's something that's done with Reddick between now and next week. Paul writes in, do teams frequently meet with players prior to trades to talk about contract issues? Yes. And that was the reports that were put out there from the Jets side of things, that they thought they had an understanding with Hasan's agent. They weren't going to give him a new deal. Right? And then I think what happened was Haason Reddick's agent saw the Jets trade away JFM. And they're like, we now have more leverage. They need us. Right? You know, if the Jets had JFM right now, we could say, well, they have Jermaine Johnson, who was a Pro Bowler. JFM was really solid. And the Jets could tell you they're really high on Will McDonald and they think he could be Jermaine Johnson from last year. I hope he actually could be, but that's what the Jets would put out there to basically try and say to Reddick's people, we got leverage. All right, you don't want to show up? Fine. We still think we're going to be a great defense because look at the guys we have that are still on this D-line. I think when they cut JFM and cut him, but they basically salary dumped him for nothing, essentially cut him to clear his money off the books. I think that's when Reddick's camp looked around and said, we got some leverage. I also think the Texans giving Danielle Hunter 2 years, $50 million all guaranteed when Reddick's been more productive, that hurt as well. Because Reddick, relative to the market, is underpaid for right now. But he signed a contract. He's got a year left on it. If he has a great year, he'll get money next year. So I think that's what the Jets tell him. But can they meet in the middle where they give him some incentive so we can make some more this year? That's what I think ends up happening. Dre dropping a 5 spot. Let's go. The memberships are going to fly off the shelves. I could feel it. Do you feel it, Dre? Do you feel it? Is Brock Purdy going to die?
Hey, Dre, what do you think about Brock Purdy?
He's going to die.
All right. Well, I hope he doesn't actually die. I just hope he's sacked a lot on Monday night. All right. Less than 8 weeks now until Jets football on Monday night. Ladies and gentlemen, the following 5 people have received an Asmaniac membership, meaning they could watch episode 4 of the Best of the Jake Asman Show right after we're done here. JT, Funky Monk, Drew Bombergrats, Cowboys fan. How about that? A Cowboys fan is a channel member. We got fans all over. You guys are all officially Asmaniacs. Let's go. All right, let's open it up. Gusbuster Hotline is open. Joining us right now is someone who, when he calls in, you could feel the electricity.
The only thing better than all them shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Jake, my brother. What's up, buddy?
Hello, Bonesy.
It's a big day. We're getting, when you said we're less than a week away, man, I got that tingle. It is something that is just, I can't wait for next week. I need this football to start. Your show is really all we got to do this whole off season. It's been well, as maniacs are a little sick of each other. We need what we're all here for. We need the Jets to be playing, and I'm outside my house. I'm finally getting my AC fixed. I cannot wait. That's going to be awesome. And how you doing?
I'm living the dream, Bonesy. Come on now.
Amen.
I'm ready.
My Jets take for today is a couple things. I'll be quick, but Haason Reddick, right? Joe Douglas is known to play chicken. He takes his time. Look what the Rodgers thing did. And yeah, he did give in on the Rodgers because he waited so long, and kudos to the Packers for playing chicken as well. But Joe Douglas always waits, and he wouldn't have traded for Haason Reddick if he didn't pass the test of being a good dude and fitting into the locker room. I just watched, a couple days ago the Ulbrich interview, and the thing he always brings up is these players we get, even when they're undrafted players like Tony Adams, players like Ashton Davis. He brought up the backup linebackers, Kinlaw, everyone he brought up. All they have effort, strain, and work ethic. It's the same motto of all the players we got. Strain, work ethic. They're all dudes that grind and develop. This regime develops players, and a guy like Reddick, who's already ready to go and polish, he doesn't need to be out here. We already know, yes, everyone could get better, but he already knows what he is. We're gonna give him some type of money, like you said, so that next year, incentives. It's all gonna be incentive based. I don't see us giving him a 3-year or 4-year. I don't see him getting that, but Joe Douglas will give in. He's just always going to be fair. Before the past 2 seasons, Joe Douglas was known to always rip people off. So since then, people are always a little hesitant to do deals with him. So I'm not worried about Reddick at all, and I'm just so excited for football to be here. Are you going to any of the training camps?
Oh, I'll be there. Folks, I got an announcement I'm working on with Richie from Jets Media for August 7th and August 8th. So stay tuned.
August 7th. I got to write those down because I'm definitely trying to come with the family and bring the kids one of the days. So I'll try to get those days so we could meet up.
I love it. I want to meet the Bonesy family.
Yes. My wife is ready to make her debut into the Jake Asman world.
Are you excited for the merch store, Bonesy? Are you? We have children options too in the store. Are you ready?
I am ready. I am definitely going to get my kids all Jake Asman t-shirts. I'll definitely get myself a black Jake Asman t-shirt, because that's all I wear is black t-shirts. If you look in my closet, there's 75 black t-shirts. So all with Jet stuff on them and shit. So I will 100% be getting some stuff.
I love it. I can't wait, Bonesy. It's gonna be a fun summer, man. Getting ready for this season.
Hell yeah, and can't wait for the 17th either. That's gonna be it's gonna be epic, man. We already have a nice crowd going. I can't wait, baby. JETS. Oh wait. Shout out to Boom and Gator, because I already watched it because I'm a member, so I already saw it. But dude. Fucking hilarious. It just brings back all the laughs. Sometimes you just need a good laugh, and that's where it's at.
Episode 4 for channel members live. Do what Mr. Bonesy did and watch it. Great call from Bones. For those who missed the announcement, if you're on Patreon, you get access to the merch store starting this Saturday, 3 days before the general public. So if items sell out, I apologize. We'll have to restock, but it's first come, first serve for Patreon users. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. When it's live, you'll get a link and a code to enter to access the website, jakeasman.com/shop. And then you'll get a discount code to use at checkout so you can get discounted items as well. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Shout out to Jose Oliveros, who just became a Patreon member, and he signed up for the year and saved 15%. So sign up for the year. It's a great deal. Less than a cup of coffee a month. You support me, and you get all the perks of being a Patreon member. Jersey Jet says, the most anticipated merch drop in history. Let's effing go. That's right. We got snapbacks. We got bucket hats. The bucket hat is in honor of King Lowski. We got t-shirts. We got hoodies. My agenda is Patreon first. That's what I'm running for office on. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now on the Gusbuster Hotline is a member of the esteemed 4% female demographic. She has been under the weather, but yesterday, Bobby, sitting in his orange chair, nursed her back to health. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora joins us now. Hello, Aurora.
Hi, Jake. How are you? Sorry if I sound awful still.
That's okay. Your spirits are high because of Bobby.
Yeah, well, Bobby serenaded me last night singing You Are My Sunshine on his channel. So I was serenaded last night. Wesley's really jealous about it.
Wow.
I know. So.
It looks like we got some controversy in your love life now because of Bobby.
I know. And also, I'm still waiting for Charles to accept my trade offer for me going on his show and I get the chicken soup recipe.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now to see if we can negotiate some sort of deal is Charles Eugene M. Gorman. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Aurora. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Charles.
You can come on my channel anytime. You don't need to make a trade offer.
But I want the chicken soup recipe. You can hear it in my voice right now. I'm still sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Any day now, Charles.
You definitely need chicken and, a little bit of angel hair pasta. You need to make your own broth. You need to add carrots and celery.
Hey, Charles, I need some of your mama's chicken soup. Hey, Charles, I need some more of that chicken soup.
You gotta DM me the recipe.
What, on Discord?
On Discord. DM me the recipe on Discord.
Okay.
Okay?
That easy? That's it?
And I'll come on your channel. I'll make it happen. I can probably come on this weekend.
Well, this Saturday I'll be going to a friend's birthday party at Houlihan's.
Thank you for the specifics.
No, I'm serious. I mean, well, it's at 1, but I could probably do it later in the afternoon or the evening if that's okay with you.
You just message me on Discord. I can make it work. Whatever time.
Okay, thank you, Aurora, and feel better, okay?
Thank you.
Aurora, you keep us posted on that recipe. You'll come on and you'll break it down for us, all right?
Someone send me You're Stealing My Soul, Aurora.
I don't know. I have my loyalty to Jake,
Aurora, you're now a legend. I just want you to know that. If you actually got Charles to reveal the recipe to the chicken soup, this will go down in one of the most famous moments in the history of this program.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's talk about football for a second.
All right, Charles, I'll come back to you if you have a football take.
Thanks, Jake.
You got it. All right, Aurora. Well, my mind is still blown by what just occurred, but go on. We'll try and get back to football after that.
Yeah, let's get back to football because I'm excited about football happening next week. That's I've been so hyped about it. So right now, where we're at, I'm not concerned about the Reddick situation. I honestly think I think he will either show up, it's either going to be an incentivized deal or he'll play on his deal. He'll just get it done. I'm not really concerned about that. I'm also not concerned about the defense taking a step back because I've been hearing those takes lately. I just don't see that happening at all because I think they have a good core right now that's going. And right now I think it's just all on the offense. And it would be interesting if we can possibly see if we can get another playmaker. I know Devontae Adams, his name has been thrown around, but again, I agree with kind of the consensus that I don't think he'll get traded until the trade deadline. If he gets traded, depending on where the Raiders season is at the time and where our season is at the time, because I was saying last night on Bobby's show, I'm kind of a optimistic but pessimistic Jets fan. I'm optimistic that I know this team is good, but I'm also pessimistic because I feel I've gotten my heart ripped out the first week of the season last year. And week 2 last year was hard in Dallas, watching our team just completely go AWOL and everything like that. So,
well, I'll tell you what, the defense to me should not take a step back unless there's injuries, right? But they've been very healthy on that side of the ball the last 2 years, which is why it's like, make sure the offense is so much better. So if the defense does have some injuries here or there, and they are statistically maybe not as good because of that, there's no drop off in your expected win total. You know what I mean? Like, the defense should be great. They're playing with more leads. They're not on the field as much. They get more opportunities to rush the passer. They get more opportunities to come up with turnovers, right? Like, I promise you, the Jets should have way more interceptions this year if they're a good team, because teams are going to throw against them a lot. So unless there's a bunch of catastrophic injuries, and I'm going to knock on every wood I have around me here, I think the defense should be just as good, if not better.
yeah, and I agree with that. I really don't think I'm concerned about the defense. I'm just concerned about this offense. And right now, like, again, like, Joe D did what he could. Now it's on the coaching staff and, like, the health gods right now being on our side, and everything like that. But we are, like, I know, like, us Jets fans are, like, every quarterback gets sacked, okay? When Aaron Rodgers goes down for the first sack of the season, because it's going to happen, I feel like a lot of us Jets fans are going to hold our breath, and everything like that, to make sure that man gets up and plays and everything. Because I don't know what would happen if he goes down again. I feel like we would riot or something like that. So, but that was it. That was all my take.
Aurora, excellent call out of you. Great takes, but let's be real. This call will be remembered for the call that maybe finally got us Charles Gorman's mother's chicken soup recipe.
Well, I will let you know right now. I do have something in the back, and I can possibly share it with a few individuals. So
wow.
we'll see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Aurora, give her a round of applause. Thank you very much, Aurora. Feel better. Tremendous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. V-Man with a super chat. Aurora, do like every Hispanic. Pontifex. Did I read that right, V-Man? V-Man, you haven't called in a couple of days. Where are you at? Where you been? Man with the rake. Players need to enjoy some of the risk. Make it all performance-based. Don't like it. Go sell insurance to old people. I mean, if you're going to give Reddick insurance, you would give, or incentives, excuse me, you'd have it based on sacks. Maybe put something in there where he gets a bonus if they make the playoffs, go to a Super Bowl, etc. There's ways to do it. We've seen this before in football. Ladies and gentlemen, we asked for this guy, and he has called in. Folks, buckle up.
It's time for V-Man to talk about Puerto Rico and his Puerto Rican roots.
Hey, Jake, what's up?
Hello, V-Man.
You said it wrong. The correct pronunciation is Pontifex.
There
so
it
like
is.
I said, and so there you go. Like I said, Aurora, that's all you gotta do. If you're Hispanic, you know what I mean. When you're every time you were sick, when your abuela would come, and she would always pull this out and go like this, and just rub this shit all over your body, and then she'd put like a heavy blanket over you so you could sweat out the cold.
And that was medical advice with V-Man.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that because I had to say that, and no, I'm just saying this. Latinos use this for everything. Like, literally, there was once I was in the Bronx. Literally, I told someone, literally, I would get cut as a kid. I'd fall on the floor, cut. My grandmother would pull this and try to put this on it's like a cut, Pontifex. Damn cancer, Pontifex. Because we don't go to the hospital. It's like Latinos generally avoid that. We don't want to find out what's wrong with us. Like you could be coughing up blood and you still won't go to the hospital. Like,
V-Man, were you named after Vix? Is that why your name starts with a V?
No, it's because every male in my family has the same exact name in a different language.
Ah.
My father is named Vicente, and my grandfather is a different form of Vincent in Italian, not Vincenzo, but a slightly different variation of that in Italian.
What about your name?
Vincent. So it's like you have Italian version of Vincent, Spanish version of Vincent, then the last but not least the English version.
Okay.
But yeah, so we can actually talk about football.
Are we?
Well, honestly, I agree with what was it? Who is it? I agree with a lot of the takes of the callers had on the Haason Reddick thing. Joe Douglas would have not made this move if he didn't think he could get it done. And I agree with it. Look, he's an expert at this. He wouldn't, like I said, he's an expert. He knows what he's doing, and I'm not concerned until they need to be concerned with Haason Reddick. Like, he's going to play this year because ultimately, if he wants to get money down the road, he can't miss playing out. He can't hold out a whole year. We've seen players hold out a whole year and it just blows up in their face. I.e., we know who.
Did you change your name to Vix already on screen?
You did that. Come on.
What do you mean?
My hands are not on my hands have not touched the keyboard.
Me neither.
So, then who did that?
Maybe there's the Vix God looking down on us.
Or maybe it's my grandmother. She's like, maybe it's my grandmother and my great aunt Monserrate just looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wish I could remember her. She died when I was like 6. I wish I could remember her. Fortunately, I still have one great aunt left. Maybe I might even and I'll be going up to visit her this August, so it'll be nice this year. Although she doesn't remember me, but she's so nice that even though she doesn't really remember you, she still treats you with the same level of kindness that she would treat you if she could still remember you.
Does she want to come to our event that you're performing at on August 17th?
She doesn't leave her house. She hasn't left her house in years. She can't even leave her house anymore.
Mm.
She stays with my cousin in Massachusetts. Remember when I showed you? Remember my cousin from Massachusetts who came on like that one time?
I don't remember. No.
The one whose sports fandom was literally decided by throwing darts at a map of America.
Sure.
Oh yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll talk to her. Like if I go up to see her, if you have a live show while she's up, maybe I'll see if I can get her on camera.
That'd be great. Now, V-Man, before you go, what are you buying from the Jake Asman Show merch store when you get first access to it on Saturday?
I'll have to take a good look. I haven't had an honest time to take a look at it, but when I get a look at some of the merch, I'll pick something up. Maybe a hat.
I can see you rocking the snapback, no?
The snapback, those are the ones that has the adjustable thing in the back because I hate fitted hats. They never fit me. That's the one that has an adjustable back, right?
It does. Yeah, you could adjust it.
Yeah, because no, I hate fitted hats because they're either incredibly tight and they're uncomfortable, or they're just loose and they just fall right off the moment I go down to tie my shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
They don't make a fitted hat for my size.
I see that. All right, V-Man. Well, we covered a lot of ground here. Thank you for providing us with another legendary moment.
I just had to do the Vix joke. I could not help do the Vix joke because it was just there. It was just too easy.
V-Man, we'll let you get back to pooping.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
Ah, what a call from V-Man there. Does it get any better? Does it get any better? Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora has messaged me that she got the chicken soup recipe. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to gather the information. All right. And put together a graphic so we all could react together to the key ingredients in the Gorman Mother chicken soup. That sound fair? All right. So I will work on that. We'll have that potentially by the afternoon show today. But let's go to Charles right now and let's check in with him. Charles, your thoughts on that? The big reveal being later today.
It's fine. She told me she can do either Saturday morning, early afternoon, and Sunday. She said she may be working Friday a bit, but it may be from home, so she may be able to work that day. I said, okay, no problem.
But your thoughts on the recipe going public with it, letting people in on the greatness that is your mom's chicken soup?
Well, I've had my mom chicken soup since I was a young boy, and I've loved it ever since. I mean, my brothers. I love my brother, but sometimes he can be a dumbass. Like he'd be like, "It's better than Campbell's." I'm like, Ed, just shut up and eat it. It's good. I mean, Campbell's is good. Progresso is good, but it's homemade. There's less salty in it. It's homemade. It's healthier for you. Anyway, now that we're finally done with the chicken soup crap,
we're not done yet. I haven't revealed the ingredients yet. I want to do a whole big thing.
It's chicken, angel hair like pasta, carrots, celery, and broth. Can we move on now, people?
No, we're not done. How do you make the broth? What goes in it? These are the details we need.
Tomatoes. You
Okay.
know, like tomato sauce, or like make it like, yeah. Tom Hayes asked me, where do you rate ramen noodle soup? I've had Roman noodle soup. I thought it was ramen. Dumbass. Call myself a dumbass.
I don't care about ramen noodles. I want to hear more about this chicken soup recipe. What is in there? Give us more details.
Well, you make tomatoes to make broth, so that's important, I believe. And, you know, oh, God.
Stop reading the comments. Focus. I need your full attention here. This is a groundbreaking moment.
Well, you need angel hair like pasta or spaghetti, whatever you want to use.
Okay.
You definitely need chicken, obviously. I mean, I could see get a live chicken decapitated in front of an live audience, but you need a chicken that's already dead and cooked, and you know that's raw, and you. And then you need celery and carrots. Obviously, you know, I love celery. I've always been a big fan of celery since I was a kid. Carrots, obviously, they help. You need carrots, to help you with your eyesight and help you flavor up the soup. So
okay, yep, keep going.
That's it. That's all I can think of.
Joining us right now to ask further questions, because you're not giving us enough details here,
is King Lowski.
Ladies and gentlemen, King Lowski.
I can't! Give that damn chicken soup, Charles! You have been giving that damn recipe, Charles! I need your mama chicken soup, Charles! Where is it, Charles?
Well, you need to put love in it.
I can't no goddamn soup, Charles! Now you sitting up here got your psyche up, giving all the damn recipes out, Charles! I need the damn recipe, Charles! I need your mama chicken soup! JTS!
I think King Lowski needs to chill out because I saw saliva coming out of his mouth. I think he needs to chill. Love his passion, don't get me wrong, but man, I won't say he's a steroid user because that will take it a bit too far, but he is a bit crazy, passionate guy. But then again, I can be a little passionate too. Jake, where are you? Jake? Hello? Lowski's my spirit animal. Well, you need to make tomatoes to help make broth. Welcome to the draw. Thank you, Miss Fletcher. Thank you. Anyways, someone asked me before. Hold on. God, that freaking chat's going like crazy. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, NJ Superfan. It's not tomato sauce. You make tomatoes in boiling water. That's what I meant to say. Damn it, I hate it when I mess up. Do you have a crush on a girl? Listen, man. I think you're an attractive woman. But I think you really have. Chew something I already chewed. Oh my God, fucking Addison.
I'm back, Charles. I was having some tech issues. Thanks for holding down the fort.
All right, Dad, I will.
What does your dad need you to do?
Swift to the kitchen. Look, Jake, I'm going to give you rush down my Jet takes. I think Haason Reddick will be signed before the preseason. Um, I'm glad Malachi Corey got signed. I knew that was going to happen. Thank you, Joe Douglas. And hopefully everyone stays healthy. Peace out.
Well, Charles, great call out of you, and thanks for giving us at least the basic parameters of the recipe.
You're welcome.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman. I have an idea for something in the merch store. All right. We take the ingredients for Charles' chicken soup recipe. We put it on a soup can. We put that on a t-shirt. Now that would be epic. For those who missed the announcement, merch store launches Saturday for Patreon users. You'll get first come, first serve on the items in there with a discount code. And then Tuesday, it opens for the general public in honor of the Jets reporting the training camp. Here are some of the items you see up there on the screen. The merch store is coming soon, folks. Join the Patreon if you want first crack at it. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. A great graphic that Carly made. Give Carly her flowers. She did a great job with all this. Huge help. I couldn't do any of this. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. It's going to be tough to top that Gorman one. But ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone who will certainly try. Ladies and gentlemen, Vix Mo Dre. Hello, Dre.
Any self-respecting Puerto Rican is going to have Vicks on them at all times. All right? This gets me through, I'm feeling a little sniffly. You just pop this bad boy in. Vicks cures broken hearts, cancer. It actually responsible for why Aaron Rodgers healed so quickly after the torn Achilles. The secret ingredient was Vicks. He put Vicks on the back of his foot, regenerated the entire Achilles tendon. So that's the secret that they're using. They don't want it to get out.
Dr. Dre. Literally, Dr. Dre giving us some medical advice.
There you go. No, but no, seriously, everything that Vivan said is true. This is it's the equivalent to, I don't know if you ever saw the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where they were with the Windex, the put Windex on it every day. Exactly, Sham is correct.
Is Sham right?
Yes, this is what I've been using as part of my cardiac rehab, and and it's what I was on when they put this on they can't put this in an IV, so they inserted the IV. They gave me the medicine, but then they rubbed my chest with it, and it's how I survived my heart attacks.
Dre, but, you are an icon.
Thank you. No, that was an incredible call. I'm so glad I'm here on the day that we got the Charles Gorman recipe. I know that King Lowski is super excited, but I think that what it needs to be, we need to have a can of soup with the Charles Gorman label on it. That's definitely in the merch store. I will personally buy that. I don't care what actual soup is. It could be an empty can. So long as it has the recipe on the back, I would proudly display that and put that up in my shelf as part of my Asmaniac shrine that I'm going to have. Do you have the green t-shirts and extra large or double XL?
Yes, we do.
Okay, then there you go. I hope you have enough because I'm gonna buy like 3. I'm telling you right now.
Well, you're gonna get first access, Trey. You're a Patreon user.
I'm definitely gonna be in there. Gotta get it. Do you have hoodies? Will you have hoodies?
Yes.
You have hoodies? Okay.
Yes. I don't know if you saw it earlier. Here is a mock-up of 2 of them. There it is.
Oh, they look sick. I can't wait. I'm getting them both.
We got them in green too, but I can only show the white and black one here.
I'm excited. I'm so glad that this is getting off the show. I'm getting off the launch, and we're having that. I'm gonna be rocking it. Definitely in time too for the 17th. You're gonna be all Asmaniacs must wear Asmaniac gear. So
let's go,
get it going. Let's go.
People will be wearing the gear when they watch Brock Purdy run for his life in the opener.
Oh, definitely, and I'll be there for that. But I can't wait for the 17th. I'm super excited. So yesterday, Mike These Nuts called in. I was listening live as I was driving. I couldn't call in because
Did you say Mike These Nuts?
These Nuts. So yesterday he called in and said something about like it was storming really bad. And then you were like, no, it's a perfect day here in New York. And I was like, oh, that's right. You guys are outside. Up here, it was really bad. Like certain sections of Albany, they had to close roads because the storm that came in was so bad. It knocked trees down and everything like that. And where Mike got hit, where Mike lives at, he got hit pretty hard. So I talked to him afterwards. So he's good. I'm going to hit him up. We have plans to meet up. And I think we'll be going down to... on the 17th, we'll be there together. So Mike and I are going to meet up and then shoot down there. I'll see if I can convince Nick to come down too. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to bring the upstate folk, come down to the city and mingle with y'all. So
let's go. To everyone who wants to come to the event on August 17th, it is free, but you have to RSVP. Link in the description, T-Squared Social.
And make sure y'all come out. If y'all anywhere close, even if you're in Jersey, I'll mention somebody. Scott needs a ride. Hey, I'll go up and get him. But we're gonna take the train. I'm not gonna drive down. I'm not trying to drive down, but we'll definitely take the train. I'll go get Tom. I will go get Scott. Well, it depends. Like if Scott is still under suspicion with the whole situation with the law up there in Saratoga.
I'd be careful, Dre.
Yeah,
he might be a suspect in a crime.
Exactly, and I can't be seen. I have to keep my associations all above board.
Dre, excellent call out of you. Thanks for gifting 5 memberships earlier. I mean, people need the memberships on a day like today when we're dishing out episode 4 of the best of the Jake Asman show for channel members.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I didn't get unlike Bonesy got the day off, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to watch this after I get to. I'll hardly take lunch, and I'll just sit there on my phone and watch the shows go caught up.
Dre,
shout out to everybody.
You are a legend, my friend, and I will simply send this message to Brock Purdy, courtesy of Dre. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
You heard it here first, folks. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Join the Patreon for first access of the merch store, which launches on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot still to do. The Charles Gorman chicken soup recipe, at least the basic parameters, have been released. You heard Charles say it. I now have a graphic courtesy of Gator McCluskey to showcase on the screen and show everybody what specifically is inside this legendary chicken soup. But before we reveal what is inside the chicken soup, we take a quick break. And when we come back, the big reveal happens.
And the pick is in. Here to announce the 13th pick in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft. Representing the Jake Asman Show, here's Gator McCluskey.
With the 13th pick, it looks like we have a trade with the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to pass out. The Packers send the Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the 15th pick, and a conditional 2025 second-round pick. The Jets send the 13th pick quarterback Zach Wilson, along with 6 months of free Netflix, along with these Burger King coupons.
And now for a special announcement from Jake Asman.
There's consequences to saying dumb things on this show. FM, you're going to the Shadow Realm, bozo, for life. See you never.
get back to your calls right now. Let's go to Charles, who's up next on the Gustbuster hotline. What's up, Charles?
Hey, Jake. Look, I was pleasantly surprised. Well, let me rephrase that. Just Dwayne Brown is a bit.
The Russian Minister of Defense, Sergei Shoigu, and the General Chief of Staff, Vasily Gerasimov.
I'm sorry.
You have like some weird pain fetish.
I understand that, but
sorry, I am. Just...
Oh my.
Hypocrite's a bit much. And honestly, I don't.
Oh, what sleeping?
No, they don't need that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So what's up? Do you want me to give you those 10-year your phone number?
I'm sorry.
It's killing me. Just sorry, I'm just muttering randomly. But honestly, I don't.
How did?
Sorry, I am just.
Oh my. Oh my God. How did Gator do that? Just that. Oh my. I mean, what a ridiculous video. I mean, there's no words. There's no words. I thought that was legitimately Charles on the line there. But it's just hilarious. I mean, I don't know what to say. All right, back to the calls we go. Assuming this is a real call, let's go to Craig, who's up next on the Gustbuster hotline tonight. Craig, are you a real person or are you a robot?
Mate, I'm in Australia. Of course I'm real.
What's up, Craig?
Gator, is there anything you can't do? That's my question.
I mean, I was fooled there, man. Like, that was unreal. I thought I was going to Charles, and it was just wild what just happened there.
Hey, Robert, thanks for taking my question. With Zach starting again Sunday, does he have any compromising photos of you or someone else in the organization?
No, it's a fair question, Jake. I'm going to take the fifth on that one.
What the hell is this going backwards bullshit? You don't go backwards. You throw the ball out of bounds with your big goddamn arm, and you go back in the fucking huddle.
No, it's a fair question, Neil.
This is bullshit.
Jose Feliciano, the blind Puerto Rican guitarist, can see that he is terrible.
This kid does not want to run with the ball.
Are you kidding me? This is the shit I'm talking about. You bitch's ass. You did his ass on my damn field.
No, it's a fair question, King.
The third damn year we are seeing this in Naptown.
He's not trying to win the goddamn game.
You gotta be kidding me. Send his ass the fuck down.
I could have made 20 yards with that goddamn hole.
If your quarterback cannot play in the NFL, they get rid of him.
Oh, there's one of his 27 seconds throws. Oh, it's amazing. I don't give a shit.
If you cannot play football, get your ass off the field.
And look around and wipe Rodgers' ass, because that's all you're good for.
And you're sitting here defending this bullshit.
If I see Zach Wilson go on that field, me and Lowski are going out personally, and we're going to take his ass off the field.
It is torture, man.
God damn it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Joining us right now is a very special guest. We know him as Paul Boy Green Esden Jr. What's up, man?
Jake Gastard Asman, baby. What is up, Jakey?
What's up, man?
Good Lord have mercy.
Oh, God.
Whoa, this Gumby-like body for the friggin' New York
Here we
Jets.
go.
That basketball in there, a little, I'm just going to be like, yeah. Well, chutzpah, you know what I'm talking about? Not too shabby. He is. Things grow stale. What the hell? And the crowd goes, what? Little shish kebab, a little, hey, how you doing? That horse was galloping in the open prairie. Tasty, tasty. This team's hyped, by the way. Ooh, I feel like I'm on crazy pills. Like, Jets are idiots. See, I told you. Shut up, people. But I don't even, it's pelvic thrust. Multiple. Take care, everybody. Zoinks. I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
I was not expecting AI Boy Green to be making it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I wanted to end on the Boy Green note because I'm joining Boy Green's program as a guest tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll have an exciting announcement about Boy Green collaborating on this show throughout the football season very, very soon. One other point on Haason Reddick I wanted to mention. This was sent to me by a listener on Twitter. Tom Rossi, shout out to Tom. He noted that Haason Reddick's youth football camp he recently held in Jersey, he was rocking Jets apparel, Jet gear at the camp. So this looks like a guy to me that at some point intends to be a Jet if he's wearing Jets gear at his youth football camp. Right? People could say this means nothing. Probably doesn't mean a ton, but I don't think this is like some like vicious holdout where he's not going to show up. I think they'll work something out. He'll play on a revised contract with incentives in it, and off we go. Back to the news item of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it was revealed earlier, if you tuned in late, the recipe of Charles Gorman's mother's chicken soup. Here is the exclusive conversation between Charles and listener Aurora. You can see it on the screen. The graphic has been made. Hi, Aurora. How are things? Charles, it's been pretty bad or pretty busy. How about you? It has been all right. Here's the chicken soup recipe. Oh, you know what's funny? This is an old conversation. This is the beginning. This is an old conversation. This initial conversation is from June 10th. The one today is today at 11:09 Eastern. Here's the chicken soup recipe. Chicken, angel hair-like pasta, carrots, celery, broth. Now, Charles did specify some of the details during his call, but this does give us the basic parameters. The other big news item of the day is the Jake Asman merch store is launching Saturday for Patreon users, Tuesday for the general public. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Love it. Purple Belt Mike says, when does TC officially start? Tuesday, July 23rd. The same day the merch store launches. Purple Belt Mike says, I need that shirt, Jake. Which one? What shirt, Mike? You let me know. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats. Hey, best wishes to Harvey, who wrote, I just had surgery. I'm going to rest. Harvey's been updating us on his surgery, so we wish him well. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Dre's actually working right now. He doesn't know. He doesn't have his headphones on, so let's spy on him. Hey, Dre.
I mean, I get it because he trusts you, and that makes sense. But
hey, Dre. A lot of hard work going on at this office. A little office gossip here. What do we think?
like, we have to have a bulk.
Dre.
We just have to have a bulk way to get in, because it's like if we had a list of users, we could create.
Wow, Dre actually works.
Usernames. Even if we had to manually do that, it is much easier to handwrite 150 usernames in a single sheet, in a spreadsheet, than everything else. Put all the fields, everything, the first name, last name, whatever, and then import. You're killing me, Smalls.
We were all surprised you were actually working.
Yes, I'm actually working. This is the MVP of our team here, and I tried to get her to join the 4%, but when I asked her what football is, she came back with soccer.
Oh,
She's
no.
a former soccer player. Yeah.
Well, Dre, we'll let you get back to work, but
Hold on a second.
All right, never mind.
Sam, do me a favor. Can you just wave hi? Thank you. All right.
Hi, Sam.
He says hi, Sam.
Football is football, though. Soccer is soccer.
No. Don't do that shit. She's a pretty good athlete. She actually was on the women's Olympic team back when she was in like high school, college. So yeah, she's changed her mind. I tried, because this is like, she was gonna be my first round draft pick for the 4%. We were gonna become 5%. I was like, hey, Sam, so let's talk about football. She was like, You mean actual football? And I was like, oh, okay. We're going to have to fight. We were friends.
Great. This is for you.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Yeah! He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Keep it rolling with your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Iconical is up next. Our guy Dirty in the truck. Hello, Dirty.
Jake, you have a lot of I don't know, just a lot of checkoffs on this show today, man. We covered the chicken noodle soup. Hopefully Harvey can get some to make himself feel better after the surgery. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
We checked in with V-Man. I'm glad that he's doing well. Gator's gonna have fun with that video. The only thing that stuck in my head was you can rub it all over your body, and then he made this sound. So I'm only guessing what Gator can do with that.
Yeah, that was an interesting one from V-Man, and they usually are pretty interesting. That was different.
Yeah. But to go football style with you, I don't have anything that I can contribute in that realm. Unfortunately, I apologize. But with football realm. I believe Joe Douglas has been very smart with most of his contracts, especially with older people. He's only taken older people if he knew they still had juice left. And I believe it'll probably be incentive-based. If he does extend anything, I'm not saying years-wise, but like give him a little bit more money. It's like, hey, look, we know you still got a motor. Get in there, go get some couple extra sacks, go make some plays, and we'll give you more money. That's fine. I don't think it's going to be over the top, though.
That's how I ultimately see it getting done as well. Like, I don't think they're going to give him a multi-year extension, but I think they come up with something where he could look at it like it's a win. He got more than what he was expected. The Jets could say, we got you signed. Let's go win a championship now.
Right. And the Devontae Adams thing, we'll see what happens when it happens. Look, they always keep things very close to the chest now. Back when it was Mike McCagnon, when they actually said something was going to happen, it always happened. But Joe Douglas keeps everything pretty close to the chest. So even though Boomer was right about the Rodgers thing, and it took time, I do think it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen over this summer, I don't believe. But
it just informs speculating. It's connecting the dots, right? It's like, to me, this is not something until the season actually is underway. I don't see it happening in August. I really don't.
Right. Also, I wanted to send you an Iconical care package. So if you could send me an address to send it to through the Discord, I'll send you some Iconical hoodies, some T-shirts, all that. And I got some green and black.
Hey.
I went Jet style with it. Do we have I was wondering, do we have a blackout game? Because I know we don't.
Halloween, I would guess.
Okay.
I haven't said it, but it would make sense they're going to wear the all black for the first time that night.
I'm going to make black with green Iconicals.
Nice.
So, yeah. So we're going to make this happen, man. It's going to be a good year. This is going to be a great fucking year. This is going to be awesome.
Iconical, I appreciate you, man. I'll send you some Jake Asman Show merch. We'll do a merch swap. Merch store. Dun, dun, dun. It's coming. Everything you see on the screen, we got basically 3 colors for: white, black, green. The first launch is Asmaniac gear and Jake Asman Show logo gear, and then we'll start adding some of the fun stuff. My guess is the Jets could wear the all black for the home opener against New England. It wouldn't surprise me. Right? I could see it. Maybe they'd even wear it for the Monday night game against the Bills. But I think it is a lock that they're wearing all black Halloween night against the Texans. I think it is a lock of all locks. Knob Deep writes in, will there be Asmaniac condoms?
Calm your freaky down.
Knob Deep. Calm down. Okay, there's grays and camo too, according to Carly. So there you go. I don't even know what's in my own merch store. There's a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. The show will continue right now. More of you are on hold. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time today, we bring on one of the all-time greats.
Well, you know I can't wear my freaking hat. It's hot, my balls will sweat. Oh, look, I have a fan. I'm Bobby.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine, lovely afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jake. How you feeling?
Why was that sounding very sarcastic?
I say good afternoon, Jake. I waved to everybody.
Good afternoon, Bobby.
Good. How you doing? And
I'm
I
good.
love that video. Oh my God. I was sleeping on my own show the other day. It was like an hour and a half. I was
That's
snoring.
why you need some sleep.
Yeah, I was snoring. It was hilarious when I was snoring.
It's also a sign you need some sleep.
Look, I got a change in my shirt. See?
That's good. You should. You should change your shirt every day.
Yeah, I did. Like you mentioned it yesterday. So I
Yeah. And take a shower, right?
did. Slept good last night. Yep. I'm all set today.
Javier wants to know, is this Bobby guy AI or a real guy? Are you a robot?
No, I'm not a robot. Thank you very much.
I didn't think so.
I agree. I'm not a robot. Are you a robot, Javier? I wonder if Javier is a robot.
Is he AI?
I don't know what IA is. What does that mean?
Have you ever used Chat GBT for something?
No. What is that? What are you talking about?
It's called AI. It's an AI program.
Never heard of it.
All right. Never mind.
Is that what Gator uses?
You'd have to ask him. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Reddick will sign, I think, by training camp.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
And the Giants are interested in that Justin Simmons too, you know.
I think the Giants might actually sign him.
Yeah, they're looking. Yeah, it was on my Facebook page yesterday.
Mm.
They're interested in him to see him. Maybe they might sign him. I don't know.
What were your thoughts on Charles giving us some details on the soup recipe?
Well, that was very nice because it makes Aurora feel better.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Just
Aurora,
like you sitting in the orange chair made her feel better yesterday.
Yeah, Aurora, I'm sorry that I got your boyfriend mad. I'm sorry.
Well, at least you didn't call her Toots like that other girl.
What other girl?
You know.
What other girl?
You know.
Are you going to show Gary's again? I am telling you. Just drop it, Jake, please. Okay, done. Okay, what else can we bring out to you today?
I didn't show Gary's wife.
What are you talking about, Toots? I don't know what are you talking about, Toots.
I don't know where Gary's wife is, but Gary's actually on hold. Hello, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Oh, hey, let me pause this. What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
What are you pausing? What are you possibly doing?
He's working.
I'm working. Yeah, like I got this on in the background. I'm listening.
Okay.
And I'm
Yep.
watching tape. Right? I can
Yeah, he has
not
to do
really.
both
I
at the
mean,
same time.
I like to say that I can multitask, but I'm a guy. I can do one thing. I can't even chew gum and walk. I can do one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's
Multitasking.
working. He is working.
Multitasking is for women. I can't do two things at once. Can you, Jake? Can you do two things at once?
I do it every day.
can.
I
can.
can't. No, that doing two things. That's out. I do
I can.
one, and then we'll go to the next. One thing at a time.
No, I can.
Bobby, say I can one more time. We got it.
I can.
I know my limitations. Doing two things at once is out.
What merch are you getting, Gary, in the merch store?
I'll get a shirt. I'll get a shirt, Jake, for sure.
All right.
I want to get that
A
white
white one.
T-shirt.
Which kind of I had a question. I kind of wanted to get your take on it and the general take of the audience for my next Jets jersey.
Another great Joe Douglas draft pick you're going to get?
No. So
how about a great Joe Douglas UDFA? How about the fact you killed his
that's on the
GM
table.
and Xavier Gibson and Tony Adams are the two jerseys that you currently own?
Oh, no, really? I didn't know
Well,
that.
I haven't gotten the Gibson yet. That was actually my question. I'm going to put that order in today. Unless you think I should wait for Devontae Adams. Should I just wait for Devontae Adams to get that?
Get a Brock
No,
Bowers
you gotta
jersey.
wait a while for that.
I'm not.
Gotta wait.
I'm not Allen. I'm not getting a Chargers jersey. I like Bowers. I think he's excellent. I have no connection to him now because he plays for the Raiders.
Uh-oh, he said
I just
Bowers.
think he's good.
That's right. He did say Bowers, Bobby.
So the black, or should I get the white? I'm not a huge fan of green.
Did somebody say Brock Bowers?
Should I get the black? Should I get the black Gibson jersey? Or should
Yeah,
I do the white? The black? I already got the Adams in white. Should I do the Gibson in black?
Get it in black. Why not?
I'll do
Get in black.
the Gibson in black.
Black's
And
the
really,
black.
like, okay, the point you guys made about Adams and Gibson, they're undrafted free agents. If Joe Douglas knew what they were, he would have drafted them. Isn't that more of a credit to the coaching staff and the development than it is the GM who didn't draft him?
No. I mean, they work in tandem. They identify a guy that they think maybe is undervalued. Front office signs him. Coaching staff coaches him up. It's a combo.
If Joe Douglas knew that, okay, if you redrafted, where does Adams go in the third round? Is that fair? If you redrafted,
I don't know if maybe. I mean, it's an interesting
So,
question.
if Joe Douglas knew he was that good, he would have drafted him in the third round, fourth round, and not risk someone else taking him. He didn't know. Which, like, I'm not knocking him. We said the same thing about Brock Purdy. The 49ers lucked into Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
If he knew he
I
was that
mean,
good,
it's
he wouldn't wait
Gary.
for the last pick of the draft.
Gary, it's an inexact science, but like certain front offices are better than others at finding later round talent and developing them. And who hired the coaching staff?
Fair enough. That's the best point you're going to make right there. He did hire, like, I love the defensive coaching staff. Saleh, I don't hate him. I want to like him. So that's the most I credit him for, is that. And can I talk about this chicken soup thing real quick? Because I got a different take on this. You guys, and look, good job, Aurora. You got something out of him. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, like, big time.
This is a big surprise, really.
Charles gave you nothing. He finessed you. He didn't give you the recipe. He told you carrots and celery. I could have guessed that to start with. He didn't give you the recipe. He finessed you. He gave you something, and then you, like, wrapped your arms around it. Like, really? He gave you nothing.
I mean,
He
we did
finessed
find
you.
out it's angel hair like pasta. That's pretty big.
Okay, that's something. But, like, looking at this, I don't feel like I have the recipe to his chicken soup.
Not yet, but we have the basic parameters.
Very basic. Very basic. Like,
That's better than what we've had for months.
good job. Kudos to Aurora, right? And that's the issue with, like, women in the workplace in general.
Oh,
No
God.
man can really tell them no, right? So it's like he wouldn't open up to us for 6 months. We've been trying to get this recipe out of him. Aurora goes, "Hey, handsome, how about that recipe?" Okay.
She didn't
right?
say handsome. What are you talking about? She
Basically.
said handsome. Where did you get that from?
Basically,
I didn't hear her
he said,
say
"Can I
handsome
get
to
that
you.
recipe?" Wink,
Aurora
wink.
says, Gary, you don't like chicken and pasta. You won't like this chicken soup.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm
You
not a
can't.
huge-
Don't talk even about the chicken soup, though, Gary. You don't like chicken and pasta. So.
I'm not a huge chicken soup guy, but I don't
Okay.
hate it. Like, it's not like, it's not something I would order, but it's not like blue cheese. It's not something I'm repulsed by.
Blue cheese in the soup. Ugh.
No, just blue cheese in general. You like blue cheese, Jake?
No, it smells like feet.
I like ranch
Thank you.
better.
Well done. Well done.
I
you
lived in
coming back?
Texas for 6 years, so you gotta like ranch.
When are you coming back?
When I come back to Texas, I don't know just yet. I've not planned a trip.
Here's something I said that everyone said I was lying about. I said, and tell me if I'm wrong. The dollar slices you can get in New York City over by, like, Penn Station. You know what I'm talking about? Like dollar slices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just
better
Penn
than-
Station. They're all over the city.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
Why is he laughing? Why are you laughing, Bob?
Gary's
It's better
hilarious.
than any pizza I've had in Texas. Would you agree with that statement?
The dollar slices are
This
better
is
than any pizza you
pizza
find in
I've had
Texas.
in Te-
I would,
Of
yes.
course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
See, thank you. That was my point. I say that, and people are like, "No, that's ridiculous." It's really not.
Well,
Dollar
Texas
slices-
pizza is terrible. It's awful.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah. I don't think people know, like, the pizza in New York is good, but I don't think they know how good it is compared to every other place.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Honestly, I'd say New York pizza is like Joe Douglas's 2022 draft class. The
And
gold
Texas
standard.
Pizza is like the 2021 draft class, right?
Well, I mean, you did get Michael Carter in that class.
How about the first 2 picks? Are they good?
You get Elijah Vera Tucker in that class.
That's a good pick. Vera Tucker's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not sensational. It's not setting the world on fire, but if you had that pick again, you'd make the same pick, right?
I think so. I mean, it's unfortunate he's been hurt the last 2 years, but they've been freak accidents.
And yeah, he didn't have an injury history in college, I don't think, right?
He did not, and he was healthy as a rookie.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good pick. I give him credit when credit is due. Vera Tucker, that's a quality pick. Solid pick.
All right, Gary, thank you for the time.
Right.
My Gary.
Gas station pizza is better than a Big Mac.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. A couple super chats here to get caught up on. Big fella, super chats. Jake, did you see Caleb Williams is asking the Bears not to be allowed to franchise tag him in his contract? Guy is such a diva. I did not see this. Is that a story that came out today? Now, he agreed to his deal, so was that in there under the parameters? Schefter, 4 years, fully guaranteed, $39 million. Includes $25.5 million signing bonus, 5th-year team option. I mean, I haven't seen that, so I'm not sure where that's necessarily coming from, but I doubt the Bears gave into that. But honestly, if he's really good, big fella, it won't matter because they'll sign him early after his 3rd year, like what we just saw the Jaguars do with Trevor Lawrence, for example. Purple Belt Mike says, Haason shirt and the Asmaniac polo. Wear it at work. I'll tell you what, the polo shirts I think are going to be big sellers in the merch store. These are Adidas polos. We'll have the size chart on the website, jakeasman.com/shop when we launch it. So
I want that white shirt right there.
Oh yeah.
Up
Stay
the
tuned.
left. Yeah.
Let's see. Dre Correa with a super chat here. The big fella said you missed a super chat. So here's a super chat to catch the other super chats. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Gary. Dre,
Hi, Dre.
Who's better than you? Dre's back with more. Another super chat. How about a $10 spot from Dre? I apologize to everyone's ears. It's supposed to sound like this. Gary, but do we know how the Jets approach drafts? The scouts provide breakdowns of each potential draft pick. Then they collectively come up with the list. By the way, New York City Pizza is the best pizza on planet Earth. Yeah,
I agree with Dre.
The pizza take, you're spot on, Dre. And I agree with what you're saying. You can't discredit the Jets having a clear track record of success with waiver wire claims and UDFAs. Braxton Berrios was a waiver wire claim by Joe Douglas. He gets credit for that. Quincy Williams, waiver wire claim by Joe Douglas. He gets credit for that. Yeah, it's on the coaching staff to develop and utilize the talent of these players. JFM, waiver wire claim, same thing. Bryce Huff, UDFA. Tony Adams, UDFA. But the front office gets credit for that. That's how it works. We don't get to discredit that. We don't get to selectively choose what we give Joe Douglas and don't give him credit for. You look at his body of work, and while he certainly has not been perfect, I think it's still more good than bad. Last year was supposed to be the year that defined him because he had his quarterback in place, and he had him for 4 plays. So he got a mulligan. He redid the O-line. He got a better backup quarterback, and now it's on them to try and win. And I'll say this too. If you watched Hard Knocks last night, the Giants wanted Tyrod Taylor back. That was their number one target. The Jets beat him. And guess what? The Jets got him. And the Giants then pivoted to Drew Lock, who was number 2 on their board. But you got good insight that the Jets wanted Tyrod. So did the Giants. Tyrod chose the Jets. Smart.
Very smart for Tyrod Taylor.
All right.
I agree with that statement right there.
Mm-hmm.
Giants are a bunch of knuckleheads. That's what they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what they did to Barkley, they should resign him.
Snowball writes in, Gary, 1 week in multiple restaurants in Italy, no chicken and pasta so far.
Hi, Snowball. I miss you in Italy.
You miss him?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Don't forget August 4th. His show starts August 4th with Johnny.
Are you going to call in?
Of course I am.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
1 month till the meetup, Bobby. Are you excited?
Yeah. My brother, I don't know, he's giving me a hard time today. I'm not going to August 17th. Why can't Jake change the time? Michael, he can't change the time because he already set it up.
Mm-hmm. Can't change it.
I'll work on him. All
right.
He said he was going. Now he's giving me a hard time all day. He called me back 8 times today talking about it.
What time are you going live today, Bobby?
Going to have lunch after your show.
Wow, there we go.
Yes, I'm hungry.
All right. What are you eating for lunch?
Probably my favorite peanut butter and jelly.
Nice. Little PB&J?
Yeah, my old stomping grounds. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to like that.
And then what happened? You didn't have it for a while?
No, I still eat it, but that's my go-to sandwiches. Like I like peanut butter and jelly.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you enjoy it, all right?
Okay, you too. Enjoy your day.
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Roger bet on more than just a hat on Bobby.
Hit the like button if you're a fan of Bobby's Lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 Siblings Jay is up next. Hello, Jay.
Hey, how you doing, Jake?
What's up, Jay? How are you?
Good, man. Good. Who doesn't love a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich first and foremost?
Not me, because I'm allergic. But if I wasn't allergic, I'm sure I would like peanut butter.
Cool, man. I have a question for you. It's 2 questions. My first question is, do you think Jamar Chase is a top 3 receiver in the league right now?
Top 3 receiver, Jamar Chase?
Top
yes,
3.
I do.
You think so? I don't.
Why?
I think I'll take CD over him, and maybe even Devontae. Like, he's top 5. I just feel like there's a few more players. I seen that list, and I seen my top 3. I just didn't agree with that. Garrett Wilson was like honorable mention at like 12 or 13. But him with Rodgers is your man. It's going to be a movie. Honestly, I had a few takes earlier today, but the show got me distracted. Haason Reddick, I'm not worried. I feel like he's going to be there next week, ready to go. End of the day, he has to play if he wants to get paid. Even if they don't restructure his deal and add signing bonus or performance bonus, him just playing, he has to play. My second thing, when Charles Gorman said King Lowski was on steroids, I lost it. And my last question was, did you see Hard Knocks with the Giants and the owner talking about if he lose Saquon Barkley to the Eagles, like he's not gonna be able to sleep?
Yep.
Just don't understand how you let that happen, man. Like, it's tough, man.
They didn't want to pay him.
But you paid Jones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of revisionist history with that, though, to be fair to Joe Shane. They paid Daniel Jones after a year where they made the playoffs when no one had that as a possibility, and he won a playoff game and played well in that game. So the thought process was, if you gave Daniel Jones more talent, he would get better. He proved you could at least be a playoff team with him and win a playoff game. Maybe there's more to his game if we build around him. And then last year was such an unmitigated disaster with their offensive line that we never got to see it. I don't think Daniel Jones is great, but I'll say this. It's only a 2-year commitment they made. If he's not good this year, they're going to draft someone next year. And you even see in Hard Knocks, they came very close to trying to trade up if they could get a deal done to take one of these quarterbacks. So Daniel Jones knows he's got to play well this year or he's done.
And I completely agree. And I know you said it's revision history, but like when they had that game, Saquon was a huge part of the reason why they went to the playoffs. You know, I know Daniel Jones had a great game, but you let Daniel Jones play on his 5th-year option. Saquon is your heart and soul of your team. You give him a deal right below Christian McCaffrey, make him happy, get him for 2 or 3 more years. You just don't let him go. Now you don't have Jones next year, and you won't have Saquon either, you know? But no, that was a very good point. Thank you again for taking my questions, man. Chat, you take care. Guys, enjoy, okay?
Jay, I will say this. I saw you on the Bobby show. Take a live customer service call and that was electric. I want you to know that.
Thank you, man.
Jay, one of the greats. Call back anytime. Big fella, super chat, cuts the line. This has already been a long show already. Damn. Time flies when you're announcing a merch store, episode 4, the best of the Jake Asman show, and the Charles Gorman chicken soup recipes revealed. Or at least the ingredients. We do need more. I do agree with that take. We got some of the basics. Progress was made today, but there's still more we need to tap into. Devontae Adams said, if I'm going to be reunited with anybody, it'd be Aaron, or relocated to be anywhere, it'd be with Aaron. I know he said this on the podcast with Shannon Sharp, and they were talking about it on all the shows this morning. I get that. This is not new information, though. We know this. Anyone with a brain can connect the dots here. That doesn't mean Devontae's getting traded now, right now. It doesn't. It means that if he were to be traded, he'd want to be a Jet, obviously, but that doesn't mean he's getting traded now. It's all speculation at this point. It's informed speculations. Connect the dots. Raiders are out of it. Jets need another weapon to be the missing piece, or maybe, God forbid, there's a significant injury on offense. They need another playmaker. Yeah, it makes sense. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen the second. I hope it does. Like, I'd love to be wrong on this. The Jets surprise us all. They trade a second and a third, and they get Devontae today. Sign me up. I'm in. But I don't see it happening right now. Aurora writes in, I got you, Jake. I'll get more from Charles. I'll work my magic. Aurora, we thank you for your service. Also, what an electric conversation you and Charles had on June 10th. Hey, Aurora, how are things? Charles has been pretty busy. How about you? It's been all right. I mean, that was it. That was the whole convo. Electric. Ladies and gentlemen, VR with a super chat. This is VR. I will be at the Panthers meetup. Wow, let's go. Sound the alarms. VR is coming up from Florida. Let's go. That's outstanding. I met VR and his wonderful, wonderful wife in Vegas last year at our event at Circa. And now we get VR in New York for the watch party on August 17th, 1 month from today. You kidding me? If VR is going, everyone's got to be there. RSVP with the link I have posted in the description for this video. Also, Jet fans, August 7th, that night, keep that date open. Going to be doing a meetup right near the Jets facility, 15 minutes from Florham Park, East Hanover, New Jersey. Keep that date open. That night, August 7th, in between the Jets having 2 practices that are open for fans on August 7th and August 8th, we'll have a meetup on the 7th. So keep that in mind as well. I'll have more info when I finalize it all. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Become an Asmaniac by hitting the join button. Carly writes in, 3 days till the merch store. 1 month till the watch party. Get hyped, Asmaniacs. I'm hyped. Are you? I'm hyped. It's going to be wild, folks. It's going to be crazy. Crazier than that time Carly gave us a rendition of the alphabet, the likes of which we've never seen before.
I can't believe they have to sing the ABCs.
Yeah, there's only
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, voice crack. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
What a moment in time, folks. A moment we will never forget. Ladies and gentlemen, VR, a.k.a. the 411 on NY Sports, the show that VR does with Johnny Boy, has gifted a channel membership. Now, who received this channel membership, you might be asking yourself, right? I'm asking that question. I want to know. Well, I can tell you, Ellie is the recipient of that channel membership. Ellie, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, last chance to get in here. A bit of a longer show, but we're back at 5 p.m. today with Fialco. It's going to be electric. Tyshawn says, I love the white hoodie, Jake. I got to get that. The white hoodie is awesome. We also will have that in black as well. Bunch of different colors, styles. It's tremendous. Join the Patreon, though, folks. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. AD says, going to be a lot of smack talk in this season. There is. Sarah says, it's just past noon here in Houston. I'm ready for lunch. What are you having for lunch, Sarah? Purple Belt Mike says, Gorman has got game with the ladies. He does. Charles Rocket Chip Gorman, baby. Aurora says, I want to save that sound as my new ringtone. Imagine that as your alarm. King Lowski just laughing. Dan says, where was his question here? Will there be V-Man Bobby Lane Gorman merch? Yes, but not initially. This is just the first launch of stuff. Wanted to get this off the ground. It was supposed to launch last summer. Then everything happened with me in Houston, and I just didn't have time to do it. And if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it right. We had to sample some of the items, had to make sure it's quality, had to make sure the website providers we're using make sense. Purple Belt Mike, the polo slaps. It really does. King Lowski says, Jake, I can't make it, my brother. I wish Lowski was coming, but he'll be there in spirit. All right. I think we're pretty much done here. This one's from Duncan. I had a bookmark to answer. Jake, we're going three. Are we going 3 tight ends and a fullback or 4 tight ends on the 53? You know, it's an interesting question. How do they view the tight ends they currently have? Is Kuntz going to be able to do enough this summer to warrant a full roster spot, or will they try and stash him on the practice squad again? It is notable that Rodgers has singled out Zach Kuntz a couple times in interviews as a guy that he's like throwing to. Remember, when Rodgers came back in December last year on the practice squad, Kuntz was like his go-to receiver. I think, though, they're going 3 tight ends, and they're probably keeping Baldwin. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Smith, I guess, meant to write a super chat. Instead, he didn't. But he's been a member for 4 months. Bang! Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. VR writes in Florida, the Jake merch polo and t-shirts a must. Amen. Now, we have winter hats on there, too, that are awesome. But I figured for a summer launch, got to have polos and t-shirts for sure, and hats. The hats are awesome. All right, I think we're good. We've accomplished a lot on this show. Fialco joins us later today. That's always a fun time. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who has said kind words about the merch store announcement. I'll say it again. If you're an Asmaniac, episode 4 of the Best of the Jake Asman Show is live and available for you to consume on YouTube. So check that out now that you're done watching this video. And if you want a discount and first access on Saturday to the merch store, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. That easy. Sign up for the year. You save 15%. Included in your membership, one more time, is discounts in the merch store. Your name in the intro. The show you're watching now as a podcast, audio on Spotify or on Apple, free of any YouTube ads. Bonus shows not on YouTube. And the best perk of all, access to our Discord chat where you find out about events, meetups, show start times, future guests before the general public. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show. I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, Jets. Back at 5 p.m. Eastern today with Andrew Fialco. Ladies and gentlemen, he's flailing his arms like this off air. Only I'm the one who could see it. There could be only one man who's flailing his arms like that. And that man is Bobby Midnight.
Well, you know, I've grown to love my buddy Alan, but South S has to go. I threw him off my show. Bobby!
I forgot to wish your dad a happy birthday to him. Would you like me to sing a happy birthday song to him?
Actually, I would. This is a great idea.
Yes. You gotta put me center square. What's his name again?
Steve.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Steve. Happy birthday to you. And you're awesome, man. Da-da-da. How's that?
That was tremendous.
RELAX. Relax.